Hello, welcome to your month of September and seasonal quarterly readings for fall. The autumnal equinox begins on Friday, September 22nd at 1:02 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, when the sun enters into the tropical sign of Libra at 0 degrees, marking the turning of the seasons. We have a more favorable astrological event occurring this month, which is Mercury going station direct on September 5th in Leo. In August, we were able to use the Mercury retrograde as an opportunity to reflect on the power of our words. This month, communication will begin to run more smoothly. For your readings, I will combine the month of September and fall seasons together in two parts. So for the first part will be the monthly forecast for September, and the second part will be for autumn, where I will draw 4 cards. 1 card for the remainder of September from the 22nd through the 30th, 2 cards for the months of October and November as a whole, and a card for December up until the winter solstice on the 21st. Okay, so let's get started with your readings. Aquarius, for your September forecast videos, I will be using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and I will be doing the Celtic Cross spread. So let's see what energies want to show up for Aquarians for the month of September. Okay. You know, the first thing that I am hearing is information overload. There is a lot going on right here. It just looks like, you know, you're sort of struggling to stay on top of all of your responsibilities and all of the things that are demanded of you. And it looks like, you know, you're trying to prioritize everything, but it just looks like a little bit, you know, a little bit much is going on all at once, and you're sort of struggling to maintain that. I feel like you're doing it. You're definitely proving yourself, but it feels a little bit like a lot of pressure. Actually, could be a little bit stressful process. There's a lot coming in. There's, you know, this is like, since this is the crossing card, it's asking you, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to what's really important? Are you really getting the message here? Are you, you know, what is the heart of the message here? Are you just, you know, I feel like this is almost like busy work, and there's like something like prioritizing you need to do, you know, and you may be sort of putting it off and not, like, there could be a sense of procrastination, especially since I get this. Okay, this is sort of in the past. It looks like either early September or August. You know, you're sort of compressing your list down and working with what you have. There's more coming in. Maybe you felt a little bit limited for what you were working with, or the resources that you had, and there's just a lot of movement. Now there's a lot of organization that needs to be done. This is a card about like really getting all of your ducks in a row and making sure everything is lined up in order to really handle the next thing that's coming through. Okay, so it feels like this card is about compression and organization. This is about getting things prioritized, getting all of your ducks in a row for success. A little bit scattered energy, trying to stay on top of it. There's something new coming in, and it's interesting that you have the 6, which is the foundation. Then you have the 7, because of the +1. So there's something new being added, some new information. Just feels a little overwhelming, okay? And it still doesn't seem so satisfactory to you. It's like the information that's coming in, it's like you're wondering, is this helpful? Can I really use this? Is there something else available to me that might help me through whatever I'm sort of working through? You're not really seeing this. It feels like, okay, there's messages coming through, there's something, but you're not really seeing it as like super helpful. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, okay, big changes. Okay, this can be a card of travel. It's a card of movement on a big scale. So it could be long distance travel, or things are moving for you, okay, where they maybe were a little bit stagnant. Now it's like things are really flowing, and it's sort of like you're sort of struggling to catch up a little bit. You just have a lot going on. You know, I feel as though this is a good thing, though. The Wheel of Fortune is usually a fortunate turn of events, okay? So it's the relief you need, it's the movement forward that you were sort of looking for. It's moving through any blocks, any obstacles. It's like they just sort of fade away, okay? You have the Temperance card, which is a need for moderation and balance, okay? Because you do have a lot of busy work. It's like, okay, remember that you need to take some time out for you. You're number one. And I see that here. You will be doing that with the Hermit card. It's like, okay, I need some time away. This may be, you know, taking a full day off or a weekend or something like that. The Hermit is going inside. It's being introspective. It also could be a nighttime card as well. There could be a shift in your schedule where you're doing more at night, okay? Because he's got his lamp, he's got his lantern, it's kind of dark around him. But the Hermit usually goes into seclusion, so he removes himself from the chaos in order to really sort of regroup and pull his energies together, okay? All right, so you're listening to your wise self, okay? You've got this King of Pentacles. You have a lot of work to do. There's somebody in the environment that's either, you know, giving you money or helping you get money in some way. He's, you know, very money oriented. He's very responsible. I feel like there's a collaboration that's coming in. Maybe you were doing it before. This person, I'm not sure if you feel like this person is completely helpful with the information that they have, okay? You're working with them, but it kind of looks like you prefer to do it on your own. I get the sense as though you feel as though you would do better if you were on your own. You may not need his help. Maybe it's unsolicited advice. Maybe it's someone that just sort of jumps in and wants to help you and you didn't really ask them. That's the kind of sense that I'm getting with the rest of the picture here. Hopes and fears. Okay, so this card in this position of hopes and fears is a little bit of lack of clarity. You need to pull your energy back and go within in order to be able to make the right choice. You want to be able to make the right choice. You have a lot of options available to you, and I feel like that's because Jupiter or this Wheel of Fortune energy is sort of opening doors for you, again, removing those blocks and obstacles, and you're like, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I choose? You're afraid that you might not choose the right one, and you might not if you don't take the time to pull it back, really ask yourself. Introspection is needed, okay? So your hope is also, you know, a better option, a better way, making the right decision. So we'll see how this ends up being. I feel like even though you're not 100% satisfied with the help being offered, it is a good thing. It is actually, you know, maybe it's almost, since you're the Hermit, you're going it alone. You feel as though it would be better if you did it alone, but this person genuinely has something to offer you. Maybe you're not seeing the opportunity in this. Maybe you're not seeing it, and that's okay. But it looks like a wonderful opportunity here, okay? The Six of Cups is a very sweet energy. It's very sincere, okay? And you may be modeling some plan that you have based upon the past. even though things are moving forward. Okay, so you're taking what you've learned from the past and you're applying it in order to move forward. And I know that sounds very general, but I'm just sort of reading how the cards are playing out. Okay, so the Temperance is moderation, pulling things from the past and the future and being in the now and working with that energy, balancing it out. Okay, this is moving forward. This is the past. But it's also gifts as well. It's sweet gifts. This person could really help you, but maybe you're not really seeing it. So that's kind of what I'm seeing as sort of the general energy that may be affecting your sign, Aquarius. So that's what I'm seeing September sort of energies being. Now, having done that, I want to move on to see what the trajectory of the fall season will be like for your sign. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm going to be pulling 4 cards, and this is the Cosmic Tarot deck. Okay. Show me Aquarius for fall. Okay. Strength, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Princess of Cups. Okay, again, the Wheel of Fortune. Wonderful. So this was the crowning energy. I feel like, you know, if I was going to say advice, I would say look out for other opportunities. Keep your mind open for new things. Be open, be a little bit flexible, because there is something that may be coming, but it's almost like it's a blessing in disguise. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting. So with the Wheel of Fortune, it's a positive change, a positive movement forward. It could literally be relocating or going somewhere different, but it's just a positive flowing in. There's new stuff coming in. There's new information, and it's for your growth. It's for your expansion. Now, in September, you have the Strength card, which is about fortitude. Yes. It's about, I feel like this energy is like you're relying on yourself. Okay. Strength is a sense of determination and effort. Okay. And I do feel as if you have a lot going on this month of September, and you're really putting in a lot of work, you're putting in a lot of effort, and I do see you, achieving something great with that. Some of you may be open to working with other people, some of you may want to do it on your own. That's the sense that I'm getting with this Strength card. But whatever it is, it's making you stronger. You're able to handle challenges and the things that come your way. So this is good. October, I see the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this card had shown up in the past position for September. So again, this is like organization. You want to do something on your own. This is not wanting to play with others. Okay. Now, it might be good for you. Hey, I don't know. I just get the sense of like, you want to do it on your own. It's mine. It's my project. I put in the effort. I want to see the rewards. I don't want to share. And not to sound critical or anything, but that's generally what the 4 of Pentacles is. It's like you want to have that sense of accomplishment. You don't necessarily need to unless you don't necessarily have to. Okay. There's a sense that I'm getting of delegating responsibility, okay, if you wanted to. Otherwise, you can do it on your own. October, it just looks like you're sort of narrowing the focus. You're taking on a lot for yourself, and you may or may not want to work with other people. Okay. November, patience. Patience is a virtue. It's a challenge. It's hard for all of us, a lot of us. I feel like, you know, you're not going to necessarily see the final outcome yet in November. You're sort of wondering whether or not all of the work that you've put into it is actually going to yield the results you want. Because I see the Wheel of Fortune, I would say yes, but it's not coming so quickly in November. It's like, okay, you've got to sort of wait for things to happen. You may be waiting on other people who are dragging their feet. And maybe that's why you didn't want to work with other people, because it's like, you know, you could have had it done yesterday, sort of thing. Okay? So December, I see the Princess of Cups. Wonderful, beautiful. This is a lovely energy, and it feels like... it just feels good. It's a sweet energy, and I feel like it would correspond with that Six of Cups, if anything. It's that sincerity. There is an element of satisfaction that you have. The Prince of Cups can also, it's the Page of Cups, so it could be, okay, somebody helpful coming in, yes. It could also be dreams and visions. It could also be social invitations on another sense, and that would make sense since we have the holidays, so getting together with other people. It just feels good. You know, maybe you have a drink here, but it just feels like you're more socially focused instead of work-oriented. And whoever you're spending time with, it feels very nurturing. It feels very good for the soul. And just, it's a very lovely way to end the year. You do have the turning of the seasons, and you do have a new phase that's starting, and I feel like you're sort of building up and getting ready for that for 2018. So this is the general energy of what I'm seeing for fall. I can see how it would sort of correspond to the messages for September. Alright, so I want to go ahead and draw an oracle card from the daily guidance from your angels oracle deck. I hadn't really intended on doing this, but I did feel inspired when I started doing these readings to close off the reading with a very positive message, something that is encouraging. And so let's see what the message is for you, Aquarius, for September and for the fall season. This card came up for a lot of the earlier signs. I believe it came up for Aries, Taurus, Cancer, and Leo, and maybe one other sign, if I do remember it correctly. I've done a lot of readings today, so either way, I feel like the universe is just asking, like, what is it that you want? What do you desire? Okay? I think that the energy for fall for a lot of us is to remind us that we aren't these, like, necessarily these pawns in this game of fate and destiny. Although there are some fated events and things that can occur, we're also co-creators with this bigger force, this creator of the universe, right? And it's important that we have our input, that we have our say of what we want our lives to look like. So this card says, you now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. See a really positive turn of events where things sort of pick up and move. You had the Wheel of Fortune card twice, which is a really good omen for things going your way, for things going in the direction that you want it to. Now, the way that you script it is the way that it's going to go, okay? But I do see a very big positive change coming your way. So it's important to ask yourself, what is it that you desire? All right. Anyways, this was your message for September and for the fall season, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos and for subscribing to my channel. If you would like a personalized reading that is specific to you and your circumstances, please contact me through my website, sungoddessashley.com, or via email. I will leave the links in the description box below. Wishing you the best month of September and commencement of autumn.